Okay. 10 million views. What is this? How does one deal with rejection?
Anyone who's played Diablo 3 knows of the much-fabled Echoing Fury mace that sold for an ungodly amount of money.
Yes,
it was
I
a
remember
weapon
this.
of devastating proportions. The near-perfect item was capable of performing huge critical hit damage on an enemy. One lucky player just happened to scoop up the weapon and decided to sell it for $250.
So, this Echoing Fury here, I remember the guy that bought it, and he would duel people, and he'd still lose. That was the funniest fucking thing, dude. Like, and he would stream himself. I remember this. And he would get so mad. Like, imagine spending, because he spent like, I was like 20 grand on this item.
It was passed along from user to user for a brief time before someone finally realized what they owned and then jacked the price up to an in-game tally of 40 billion gold, which translates into 14,000 US dollars. The weapon, which was an extreme rarity in the game, was snatched up at that price by a user named Ivan, and the seller made an easy buck, much to the disdain of the individual who first sold the weapon for a measly $250.
It's like, imagine imagine being the guy that put it up for 250 bucks. Because $250 was the most money that you could list anything for on the Diablo 3 auction house. And then you see like this article and everything, and you will, like, I can guarantee you, 50 years later, the guy that sold it for $250 will not fucking forget that day.
Age of Wulin was the most anticipated game in China in 2013. The free-to-play game revolved around the lore of medieval China and martial arts masters. Before its release, the company that created the game held an auction for players to bid on and purchase in-game weapons and armor. Prospective bidders jumped at the chance to grab exclusive items that would give them a head start over other players. Among those weapons was a sword purchased by a gamer for $16,000. The sword, which was the only one created for the game, was said to have incredible power, allowing the player to maneuver throughout the game with ease. Since many had already played a beta test version of the game, the game's developer was confident that their auction would produce big money results, though they probably never imagined to make $16,000 off of a sword that doesn't really exist.
The funny thing about that is, like, they just created that. Like, they literally created that entire situation. Because if they made more of the swords, it would be less money. Right? Like, I don't know why. I just think it's so fucking funny about that. Don't show this to EA. Yeah, they literally just created that scarcity and then swindled some dumb fuck out of $16,000. I don't know why. I think that's fucking funny.
In 2004, a man named David Story made a very smart investment when he purchased virtual property on the game Entropia universe. The real estate known as Treasure Island was auctioned off at $26,500. The sale of Treasure Island sent shockwaves around the gaming community because it was the first of its kind. The fictional island located on the game planet of Calypso featured beachfront property and locale
you could buy
next
actual
to a
property
volcano.
for that much.
It also included a castle and promised massive in-game revenue potential. Despite the hefty initial investment, David made all of his money back the first year by taxing visitors for mining and hunting around his in-game property. He gets a percentage of any loot found on his estate from the hundreds of people who visit each day. For the last 12 years, he's earned a profit of about $36,000 annually. At one point, he was racking in $300 a day from taxes and estate sales.
Wow. Imagine spending $26,000. Like, that's a smart guy, man. Like, that's what I should do. I should be a virtual real estate salesman. I could be like the virtual Donald Trump. $38,000.
In 2013, a Dota 2 player sold an extremely rare animal sidekick courier for $38,000.
Oh my
The
God.
buyer quickly snagged an ethereal flame pink war dog because of its rarity and for bragging rights. Couriers travel alongside the player, collecting items to transport back to the team and vice versa. They have other special features, but that's pretty much the extent of their use. According to the buyer, the war dog is the most sought after courier type. Ethereal flame is the most sought after effect, and the shade of pink is very sought after.
The shade of pink is very sought after. Gamers are so fucking dumb. Like, no, not even gamers, like people. People are so fucking dumb. It's not even gamers. Like, can you imagine this? And you know what the worst part about it is? I've done like how many island expeditions for these mounts? I spent like 100 hours. 100 fucking hours. Putting all this time into these stupid fucking things. Oh, why is this one sought after? Because it has armor on it. Why is Invincible sought after? It has armor on it. It's like, wow.
Combination makes it extremely rare and one of a kind. The pink glow effect comes from the earliest version of the game and cannot be duplicated today. This pink pal is only one of 4 ever to be owned in this hugely popular online game.
Yeah, Spectral Tiger, that's a good one. Amsterdam.
Kevin Alderman, the founder and CEO of a United States-based virtual real estate company called Arrows, created a fictional version of Amsterdam in the game's Second Life. After painstakingly constructing the city and opening it up to the general public, he sold it for a whopping $50,000. The virtual version of the Netherlands' famous city features marketplace shopping and prostitutes. After Alderman spent days meticulously recreating every aspect he could incorporate from the true life red light district. Alderman and Associates built Amsterdam using high-resolution photos of the actual city, a technique that wasn't used before then. A majority of the shops in the city sell virtual sexual merchandise. There are also avatars posing as streetwalkers that openly solicit cybersex for pay to incoming visitors. Alderman sold the fictional town on eBay, the first virtual property sale on the website, and was purchased by 3Dutch.com, a division of Netherlands-based media company Boom BV.
Poggers him $63, man. So I've always, like, I've seen a little bit of Second Life. And Second Life, here's kind of how it is, right? Is you have, like, in school, you have the cool guys that are like the sports guys. They can, you know, throw balls around and shit. And then you've got the, you know, the normal people, and the cool guys look down on them. And then you have the gamers in school, and the normal people look down on the gamers. And then inside the gamers, the FPS guys, those are the chads of gaming. And then they look down on everybody else, like the MOBA players, the, you know, all that kind of stuff, MMO players, etc., right? Then you have just the general gamers, right, that just play different kind of stuff. Those people look down on the MMO players, okay? And this is like basically a hierarchy. And they're like, man, those MMO players are really kind of losers. But then the one thing the MMO players have still is that they can look down on people that play Second Life, and they can be like, hey, what a bunch of fucking losers. I mean, it's basically a food chain. That's all it is. It's just a food chain.
Considered a legendary item in
wow. I wonder how much this one's gonna be worth. Maybe like thousands of dollars, more than a car? For what? A moldy egg? A moldy egg. I mean, it's like, think about this. It's like, you know, you ever have like a pond in the backyard and you pick up a rock, it looks just like this?
Entropia universe, the green Aatrox Queen egg was purchased from John Never Die Jacobs in 2010 for $70,000. The egg's first appearance in the game came in 2006 with a disclaimer that it would eventually hatch something unseen by the game so far and would be entirely one of a kind.
Well,
the egg
what
was
did it
purchased
hatch?
by David Story, the same man who purchased Treasure Island years earlier,
What?
and it eventually hatched Fefox, a large blue dinosaur with immense power that planned to spread more of its kind all across the universe.
Wow.
Players then sought the challenge of infiltrating Fefox nests and analyzing residue to create a toxin to defeat the monster.
That's actually cool. What the fuck? Holy shit.
In 2013, the Entropia universe sold yet another massive deal, this time to a group of investors, led by a player called Modified Akaz Power. The band of associates pulled their money together and bought the moon. The newly discovered celestial body, known as Monria, was bought for a hefty $150,000. The creators of the game, Mindark,
What?
optioned a partnership with the Akaz troupe. Whatever profits come from player interactivity on the planet, Mindark would split with the new owners. They would work together to model and shape Monria to whatever development they deemed appropriate. The Moon Estate includes a lunar command center, two
Dude, this sounds like the government, you know how they have like lobbyists and they have like, the government's working with like the people that are, the real estate agents and eminent domain and all this other, this is like, what the crazy thing about this is, even whenever it's a fake world on a fake moon, some things never change.
lunar habitats, and 8 subsurface caverns filled with unique creatures and rare resources. Akaz was given the opportunity to remold the celestial object in whatever fashion he desired,
Oh
as
my
long as it
God.
was granted by the creators at Mindark.
Oh my fucking God.
The Crystal Palace Space Station is a fully functional, meticulously crafted bit of virtual engineering that
Okay.
was purchased by user Buzz Eric Lightyear. He paid a total of 3.3 million Project Entropia dollars for the spacecraft. That translates to 330,000 real-world dollars. The station, which orbits the game's infamous planet Calypso, was long sought after and grants the opportunity to open businesses from a piece of real estate that makes other players downright envious.
Oh
The
my
purchase may
God.
be strategic, as the owner stands to make money off the shop transactions. The virtual space station even has biodomes housing rare creatures that players love to hunt. The locale functions as a hotspot of activity, but even with its whopping price tag, it is still not the most expensive thing sold from the Entropia universe.
Okay, dude. Okay, what?
There are some very savvy investors on Entropia.
600
The same individual who purchased the green Aatrox Queen egg.
That's actually more than a house. Like, that's more than my house is worth. 600,000. I just, okay.
John Never Die Jacobs also went to impressive and obsessive lengths to
Look at this guy, man. Honestly, I look at this guy. That's the kind of guy that would buy virtual real estate. And the best part about the whole thing is he's wearing a shirt with his own name on it. Like, this is incredible. Yeah, this is the kind of guy that would buy virtual real estate.
capture a highly sought-after orbiting asteroid. In 2005, Jacobs mortgaged his real-life home for a little over $100,000 in order to purchase a virtual asteroid. After obtaining the property, lots of offers little over $100,000 mortgaged his real-life home for a little over $100,000 in order to purchase a virtual asteroid. After
Just listen to that sentence. I mean, just listen to the sentence. I don't know why. It's just so fucking funny, dude.
After obtaining the property, lots of offers from other wealthy players started rolling in. After a few days of declining the offers, Jacobs crafted the asteroid into a space resort and titled it Club Never Die, based off his avatar name. It was equipped with a stadium, a shopping center, and biodomes, and earned him $200,000 per year from people buying its goods and services. In 2010, he sold Club Never Die for an incredible $635,000, proving it to be a tremendously well-calculated investment.
What? It's like Jesus, you know? It's like everybody would like laugh at him and like make fun of him, right? It's like imagine explaining to your friends that you're gonna buy a virtual asteroid and make a virtual club on it. It's like imagine explaining that, like, I mean, even to me that seems ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. This is fucking insane. People love clubs. Yeah, I know they sure do, McConnell. Money laundering? No, the guy's too high profile for it to be money laundering. Everybody knows who this guy is. Like, I highly doubt that it's money laundering.
No virtual purchase comes close to matching the deal struck between SEE Virtual Worlds and Mindark, which saw Planet Calypso of the Entropia universe bought for the sensational amount of $6 million.
What?
Planet Calypso operates under the umbrella of Entropia universe and has over 950,000 registered accounts since coming online in 2003. This sale broke the world record for the most expensive virtual purchase ever. The deal also included the purchase of all assets of the First Planet Company, another subset branch of Mindark. This allowed SEE to have complete control over Planet Calypso and other worlds for Entropia, including Planet Michael, a virtual planet based on the works of Michael Jackson. SEE made the massive purchase in an effort to get a foot in the door regarding the MMO landscape. Although the partnership between Mindark and SEE was ultimately scrapped, the initial sale of the planet was confirmed by Guinness Book of World Records as the largest amount paid for an intangible in-game property ever.
Oh man, that's a lot of money.